Many thanks for staying tuned. Now, the Niger Delta has never lacked in raw, authentic talent, talking musicians, dancers, filmmakers, visual artists, even inventors. And these are persons whose works reflect not just creativity but identity. Yet, for many of these creators, the journey from local voice to global platform is littered with challenges, issues, poor infrastructure, limited funding, and a lack of industry mentorship, which is, of course, very cardinal. But today, we're talking about platforms, policy, patronage, and the power of visibility. It is believed that to support indigenous talent is to invest in the future of the region itself. But how can these goals be accomplished? What is the music industry like currently? And there are visible changes in the industry that either better ease or complicate things, from a willing creative who wants to be seen and heard. Are the different strata of society doing enough towards ensuring that these ones who are very creative are heard? We're being joined by someone who knows and has experienced firsthand what it means to be an upcoming creative with no support at all to lean on, and the real hurdles of ascending to the top. She is a talented instrumentalist and songwriter from Bareni in Akwa Ibom, and has performed with the likes of Femi Kuti's African Shrine and leads the Planet 9 band, known for tracks like Ikondo, which is on promo and will be aired in London due to its cultural value and potency. Of course, she'll be telling us all about that planned journey to London and how she could even attract that level of visibility. Her name, Freda Francis, known by fans simply as Emee. I'm correct, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much for having me.
Thank you for joining
ADBN
us.
TV.
Thank you for joining us, Emee.
I'm grateful.
It's a pleasure.
Well, I'll start by asking you, because I mean, entertainment, conversations around entertainment are supposed to be lively and all. I like your attire and I like how you came with your guitar. Tell us, give us some insight into your journey in the music world. Was it all rosy for you, or you've had your own share of the hurdles?
Well, definitely, it's not. It has never been a bed of roses, because getting to the top is a very difficult hurdle. But by the grace of God, we have been unpuzzling the puzzle till now, which brings us to where we are now. And yeah, from here we are going to be premiering Ikondo in London by the grace of God. And yeah.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for a very long time now, but professionally for like 6 to 7 years now. We've been projecting the Planet 9 because I was once a backup singer for Femi Kuti at the African Shrine in Lagos, because I studied music. And after that, I played with some couple of bands, which brought me to where we are now, because I did not see myself. I saw myself like projecting a brand in my state, like going back to the roots, which is why we are here now. And I feel very grateful to God, because it's been God all along. You know what it means, like an independent artist trying to, you know, get across the globe and individually getting some recognitions. But thank God for where we are, and we're looking out for better days, actually.
Well, I'm still interested in the very foundation, the background of your journey, because it's going to serve as an inspiration to upcoming creatives like yourself who do not know where to start, who have that vision. They are really creative, but they are lost for, you know, where to start, who to talk to, and how to even get the dream started or off the ground. So give us some insight into the defining moment for you, where you started and how you were able to find your voice and, you know, draw that much needed attention to yourself to be able to get recognized up until this point where you are talking about a trip to London for a showcase.
Well, it's been a long time coming. I started just like every other aspired youth who wished to be heard. You know, I started learning the guitar and I studied music. I started learning the guitar at the age of 12, actually. My elder sister guided me because my parents were late. So I knew I had something for entertainment, actually. I first of all started with Miss Nigeria. I contested for Miss Nigeria at the age of 18. That was way back 2012, 11, 10, thereabouts. And I had a thing for modeling, but as time goes on, my sister, who was like a backbone to me because I lost my parents when I was in secondary school, so my sister was like everything to us. So she was like, why don't you go to the university? I told her I would like to do music. So she had to make some findings in Lagos, and she sent me to Lagos. She paid my fees and all. I got to Lagos. I studied music for 3 to 4 years, and after that, during that period I was able to fine-tune my talents, and I finally came to agreement with myself, like this is where I belong. So during my studies we were opportune to visit the African shrine during our excursion, and I met with the son of Fela, the late Fela, Femi Kuti, and he spoke motivationally to us. And during my IT, I was like, I would like to do my IT here, because I saw that acceptance in him, that that zeal. And being that if you're an artist and you're able to survive in the African shrine, because that's a very, it's how am I gonna put it, it's
unique.
It not just unique,
Demanding.
it has a way of molding you to
Okay.
that person that you want
It
to
puts
be.
you on your toes.
Yes, exactly. Because if you can face the crowd there, that means you can face every part of the world. So during my time of internship, I was mentored by my boss, Femi Kuti. I was working there as a backup singer and dancer with every other people and instrumentalist, and that really motivated me a lot. And one of those days when he celebrated his 50th birthday, I was opportune to perform as a solo artist.
Okay.
Because I went there as a student that wanted to do IT and mentorship.
And ended up
through
doing
him.
backup.
Exactly. So during that period, during the birthday celebration, I was surprised. This day newspaper published me. It was, I mean, all over, like the Femi Kuti backup singer and dancer performed, because there was a performance that happened that day, and it all sprang up from there. I gained courage, because I did not even know that the press and media were all...
Right, I mean, let's look at how you've been able to balance the business aspect of it and the music and creative aspect of it.
Okay, we are going to come to that, because at some point I had to leave the African shrine, because I was just there for a period of time. I needed to be able to groom myself, to be able to, gather momentum to face the larger part of the world, which that eventually happened. And after a while I left. We're playing with the Robots band, and one thing led to another. I was spotted from a US company, the 17 Live, and they're like, we've been following you for the past 2 to 3 years now, and would like to have you stream for us with your band, because we are 25 in number. And by the grace of God, I happen to be the lead singer and the pioneer face. So when I came down to Akwa Ibom, we recruited some instrumentalists. We were working together and rehearsing together, because we wanted to stream. We wanted to stream 20 hours every week to the global community. So when I came, I did my visibility studies, and I actually found out that this is not something I can carry out on alone. I had to approach the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. I shared my proposal with them and the contract form, and they gave me an endorsement for the project. And one thing led to another. It lingered for a very long period of time, because we needed an equipment, and the equipment was worth 35 million naira. We need equipment to be able to stream to the global community. And when that did not come as we expected, the people in London had to issue an invitation letter, like, Emee, we'd like to work with you. We followed you for the past 3 to 4 years now, and we like your consistency. So we're already in Akwa Ibom. And the previous commissioner, Sir Charles Sodo, we wrote a proposal to him, and he saw it and he was like, okay, this is nice. So he issued out an endorsement from the ministry.
You're combining it with school also.
As at then, I was done with school, because I had to leave Lagos
Because
down to Akwa Ibom.
So how long has it been since you came into Akwa Ibom and this relationship with the Ministry of Culture?
It's been 1 year and 3 months now.
And just in that space of time, you've been able to acquire all of these skills and recognition. That's really terrific.
Yeah, well, I had already acquired that skill.
Okay, this was just
before the recognition.
an icing on the cake.
Exactly.
All right. You spoke about streaming, which is, of course, the money spinner currently. When you talk about music and all of that, a lot of artists who are acclaimed and known nationally are now making a huge chunk of their monies from streaming and the platforms. You have your own platform where you stream from, and you're recognized online.
Yeah, I'm recognized online because if you go on Google and you type EMEEFREDA, I'll highlight my profile and everything, the band, because I'm not alone. I couldn't have pulled this up alone. Yeah, we work as a team. I just happen to be the face of the brand because the vision originated from me when I came down to Akwa Ibom. Yeah, so with all humility, it's been a very tedious journey because I never thought it would linger till now.
Okay.
And one thing led to another. To summarize the whole thing, Ekondo, this track, it came up, and I want to flash it on the screen because the people in London were like, after the follow-up and the consistency, like, we'd like to work with you, Emee. We want you to do a song that has to do with your dialect because we want to promote your cultural heritage.
Okay.
So this song came up. I was inspired in between, and we all recorded a song as a team. And this song is currently on promo now, and by the grace of God, this song is going to be premiering in it's going to be airing in London because the platform is already open, which brings us to where we are now because we are currently on the process of processing my visa and every other thing to get to London.
Is this an all expense paid trip, or your group also have contributed hugely to the success of this trip that you are embarking on?
Okay, this is an invitation that came from outside the country, and I shared the idea. I showed the Ministry of Culture and Tourism the evidence of my invitation and everything. So they wrote a recommendation letter, which I took to the embassy. So the process would be swift because we all know crossing the borders is a very meticulous, thing.
Adventure.
The people will have to, verify you. They'll have to go through your profile. They have to be sure that who you are. So when I approached the ministry about this trip, they wrote me a recommendation letter to take to the embassy to make it swift, because they had to back me up in a way that to make the embassy
give you that authority.
Exactly.
Okay, well, we're going to allow you a minute to give us some insight into what you sound like. I'm sure your potential fans and even your fans would want to hear you do something on air today, probably a condo. How about that?
Okay, yeah, we are going to get a condo, but first of all, you give honor to whom honor is due, because I would like to open this with a praise. I'm not a gospel artist.
We do not
then
have
I'll get
enough
to
time,
a
but then
condo.
you can just do that in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're from Akwa Ibom, you can all vibe with this before we get to a condo. Jehovah kuyaga mindo, kinyo miyonde na murangfo, tembori de mi emende, daddy san mi keka ubangfo, kinyo sumi oyonde kam. Nami kemendiko, nampoko Emee, apokana monomi.
All right.
That's the praise and worship. So let's go to a condo now, which is this track, which is currently
in
on
30
promo
seconds.
now. Okay. In the days of old, nothing ever walks without love. Nothing ever walks without unity. Divided we fall, together we rise. Down the roots is calling. Eagles cannot soar on the soil. Eagles have to fly in the sky, making room for us to unleash.
Skip to a condo.
Goro, we song Emee, I am mo. It's song Emee, kawana bao. Obonga ma boba wanuba. Apiaga tonga tanga boba wanukon. E kondo I am mo.
All right.
Akwai bumi kawana bao. Obonga ma boba wanuba.
All right, Emee, that's beautiful.
beautiful.
Thank you very much for that sneak peek into what you're capable of. It's really beautiful, and I can see that you have a whole future ahead of you, and you're going to go ahead to achieve a lot in a world where we're hoping to have characters of yourself that would propel us to the heights that we hope to reach. Thank you very much for coming on Niger Delta today. We appreciate your talents, and we pray that you go far as much as possible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Emee. All the best. All the best.
Thank you.
All right, that's the size of Niger Delta today. Many thanks for staying tuned. It was good to end this on a high this week. Catch again next week for a fresher edition of Niger Delta Today. My name is Xavier Robert, wishing you a terrific weekend.
And I am Sifwan Ode. Good afternoon.